Okay, guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Point TV, where we'll talk about football and football-related stories. Right, guys, let's talk about the preseason game that Chelsea won 3-0 against Club America. Let's just talk about that game. Now, for me, I feel like this game that they won 3-0 against Club America, for me, clearly the best game that they have played in the three games that they have played in the preseason. This game for me was clearly the best game. You will see what the coach is trying to do there. You see that the players are understanding how the coach wants them to play, and as well they control the game in terms of ball position, in terms of knowing when to release the ball. And yeah, for me, it looks like they were ready for this game. It looks like they are fit, or they were fit, for this game. Unlike the game against Celtic, if you watch the game against Celtic that they lost 4-1, for me, I feel like the selection in that game wasn't right. The substitution for the game wasn't right. Obviously, that's the reason. It's preseason. Preseason, it's permitted to make mistakes so that you can learn from the mistake in preseason. That's why it's preseason, to build your fitness, to understand your tactics as a coach, for the players and the coach to understand themselves, knowing fully well that this coach as well is a new coach. We shouldn't forget that. So for me, I feel like this game against Club America was really fantastic performance from the team. Obviously, some people will say it's Club America. I think they are from Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. But at the same time, we shouldn't look down on them. I feel like they're also a good team. Chelsea showed that they were really better on the day than Club America. So for me, the performance was, was really good against Club America. Now, there are some players I want to talk about. There are some players I feel like we are really outstanding in the game. There are some few players I want to talk about. Now, for me, I want to start with Romeo Lavia. When you watch Romeo Lavia play, it's clear that Chelsea missed him last season for me. Now, I've always said that Romeo Lavia, for me, I feel like if he had been fit, he could have started games for Chelsea. I feel like he could have been a key player for Chelsea. Yes, he's young. He should be around 19 or 20 years old. Yes, he's young, but I feel like he's a very good player. Very good player in terms of building, if you want to play from the back, taking the ball from the defense or from the goalkeeper. I feel like Romeo Lavia is very good at that. If you watch him play, you know that he's really press resistant. He's that kind of midfielder or defensive midfielder that when he gets the ball, he knows what to do even before the ball gets to him. He knows when to hold the ball, he knows when to drive with the ball, he knows when to release the ball once. So I feel like he will be very crucial for Chelsea this season. I just hope he stays fit. Now, Romeo Lavia is someone that even last season when he was injured all through the season, this is a player that when he was at Southampton, he was always fit when he played for Southampton that season. But then he came to Chelsea and yeah, he got that injury, and it happened that he did not play for the season again. And for me, I just hope he stays fit, because if he stays fit, he will be very important for Chelsea in this system that the coach Enzo Maresca is using. So I feel like he will be very important, for Chelsea. So I feel like in the game, for me, in this game against Club America, he was very good. In the game against Club America, if you watch him, you know how good he is as a player. So for me, very good one from Romeo Lavia. Obviously, the first goal that Chelsea scored came from him. He won the penalty, for Chelsea, and won the penalty from Christopher Nkunku. Now, Christopher Nkunku is another player that I want to talk about. Now, for me, I've always said that Christopher Nkunku, for me, is Chelsea's best player. For me, I feel like he's the best player for Chelsea. For me, now, people will talk about Cole Palmer. Obviously, Cole Palmer last season was very good for Chelsea. He was very good in the Premier League. Obviously, he's the best Chelsea player in terms of performances last season. But I think if Christopher Nkunku was to be fit, I think we will see something like that from Christopher Nkunku. I'm very sure and certain that if he was to be fit, I think he will give us goals. He will score goals. He will give us assists. I feel like if he was to be fit throughout the season, last season, I think Chelsea finished above the position that they finished. That's how good I think he is. So for me, I still think Christopher Nkunku is Chelsea's best player. I just hope he stays fit this coming season. I just hope he stays fit, and we'll understand how good he is as a footballer. He's a very good footballer. In terms of scoring goals, I feel like he's our best finisher for me. I think Christopher Nkunku is Chelsea's best finisher in terms of being clinical. I think he is the best finisher for Chelsea. So it should be interesting to see how he will perform next season, because I feel like he will perform. I have no doubt, in Christopher Nkunku for him to perform. I think he will perform. Now, they after the game, they asked the coach, how well he thinks Christopher Nkunku will perform. He started saying Christopher Nkunku is a clever footballer, is someone that will understand how he wants him to play. They asked him as well which position Christopher Nkunku will play, and then he said Christopher Nkunku is someone that can also play, as a winger. He can also play as a number 10, number 8, even as a number 9. That's how we know him. That's the position that we know he can play. Christopher Nkunku is someone that can play so many positions and play them well. So for me, it will be interesting to see how Nkunku will perform next season. Like I always say, I think he's our best player for me. So yeah, and also I feel like he played very well, in the game against Club America. Obviously, he was the one that scored the first goal, the penalty, and also our third goal, he was also the one that won the penalty. Now, that move he made for that penalty, if you remember, the game Chelsea played some years ago against West Ham, that Eden Hazard just took the West Ham defenders on and then scored that goal, that solo goal. That's similar things that Christopher Nkunku did there. Yes, it's not a Premier League team. Yes, it's Club America. Yes, it's preseason. But him doing this will tell you how good he is. He's someone that can do, such thing. So for me, it will be interesting to see how Christopher Nkunku will perform. So I think he's another player that played very well, in this game against Club America. Another player again that I feel like, played well again for me was Malo Gusto. Now Malo Gusto is a very good player. As a footballer, he's a very good footballer. Obviously, he played as a left back, in this game against Club America. And if you watch, he was the one inverting, joining the midfield, crowding the midfield, controlling the midfield. He was the one inverting, not Reece James that played as the right back. If you watch Reece James, how Reece James was playing, he was even joining the central defenders, making them 3, defenders. He wasn't really overlapping too much, but he wasn't inverting. The previous games that Chelsea played against Wrexham and also against Celtic, he was inverting, and I feel like I think he can play that role with time. I think he can play that role, but I think him overlapping, I think that's his best game, because we know what he can give the team when he overlaps in terms of his crosses, how he crosses the ball. If he has chance to score goals, he can also score goals. So for me, I will want Reece James to be overlapping. If anybody will invert, let it be the left back, whether it's Marco Corella when he's back in the team, or Malo Gusto if he plays as a left back. I feel like the left back should be the one inverting, and then Reece James as a right back should do what he can do, what he normally does, in terms of overlapping and delivering his crosses. So yeah, Malo Gusto, that was a very good performance from Malo Gusto. And if you watch the whole team, you understand that the fitness is coming, the fitness is building. Unlike the game against Celtic that they lost 4-1, and also when you watch the game against Celtic, you understand that the team at that time or at that point, they were lacking a lot of fitness. And also I feel like this Chelsea team, based on how they play, it looks like when they play against teams that want to play, against teams that want to come out and play, games that want to control the game, it seems they play better. For me, I feel like this Club America, they are that kind of team that wants to play, they want to control the game as well. They want to try to hold the ball. I feel like that's the reason why Chelsea played well. I think for now, I feel like it's like they are struggling against teams that wants to defend. For me, I feel like even the game against Wrexham, that team, they were defending, they were sitting back, and also Celtic. I feel like Celtic in that game as well, they were sort of sitting back. But with time, I think we will understand how to break teams down that are defending. The coach, that's why it's preseason, like I said before, for them to prepare themselves against any team, whether it's team that is defending or teams that want to control the game. they will try to create a system where they can, win any team. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how this team will perform going forward, because I feel like this coach, I feel like he has a clear pattern or a clear system on how he wants to play. For me, I feel like that's the beauty of the coach, that he has a clear system. He believes in his system. It's that kind of coach that this is how I want to play and this is how I will play. I don't care the team I'm playing against. I don't care if I'm playing against Manchester City. I don't care if I'm playing against Liverpool or whichever team, Arsenal. This is how I want to play and this is how I will play. So I feel like him knowing what he wants will be good for the team. That's all I think. And yeah, so that was a very good performance from the team in general. And obviously, the second goal came from Magui, the young striker from Spain, 18 years old striker from Spain. And for me, I feel like he played well as well. But as well, he's a young striker. It will be interesting to see if he will remain in the club as part of the team. Obviously, there is talks already that Chelsea is linking or going for, could sign Victor Osimhen on loan. But I think if Victor Osimhen comes, maybe they might send Magui on loan. But if Victor Osimhen doesn't come, I think he will be part of the team. Already he's showing some sign of him being a top striker in the future. And yeah, like I said before, if Victor Osimhen doesn't come, or if Chelsea do not sign any striker, I think he remains in the team. And I will not be surprised if he give us, some goals going forward in this season, because he looks like someone that can, score goals. He's big for his age, and like I said, I feel like he played well. I feel like he played well. So that was a good performance as well from the young striker. So in all, that was a very good performance, from the team. And also I want to talk about the new goalkeeper that Chelsea signed, Jorgensen. Now, for me, I did not see much from the goalkeeper to judge how good I think he is. Now, this goalkeeper as well, I do not know him. I don't know how good he is. I did not really watch him when he was playing for Villarreal. But according to the report, they say he's very good playing with his feet. And the second half I watched him in this game against Club America, I feel like he showed that he can play with his feet. Now, as a goalkeeper, I feel like for me as a goalkeeper, the main thing for a goalkeeper is to keep the ball out of the post. Make sure you don't concede goals that you're supposed to save. So, but him with the ball at his feet, he looks like he's good. He looks like he can play the ball at his feet. He looks like he's comfortable with the ball on his feet or at his feet. So it will be interesting to see how he will perform at Chelsea, because I feel like in this game I watched, he made me feel comfortable. He made me feel like if he has the opportunity to be the number one, he can take the opportunity. So yeah, also good one from the goalkeeper, because I feel like I was impressed with what I saw from him, especially him playing, from the back. And that's exactly what the manager wants. That's how the manager wants his goalkeepers to play. That's the reason why Petrovic is having issues now at Chelsea, because he's not really good playing from the back. So it will be interesting to see how he will perform, at Chelsea. So yeah, that's it from me on this one. Your thought and your opinion on the game. How well do you think Chelsea performed against Club America? Because for me, I feel like this performance is the best performance I've seen them perform in this preseason. And obviously the next game will be against Manchester City. It will be interesting to see how they will play against Manchester City. So winning this game and performing like this in this game, I think it's a good step for them against Manchester City in the next game in their preseason. So your thought and your opinion on the game, you let me know. And also, please guys, if you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Blue Point TV, and as well like the video. It's really important to like the video. And also, we're also on Facebook. Follow the channel Blue Point TV. Share the video, guys. Stay safe while I see you again.